What's up everyone, Doyler here, and it's finally time for some Black Friday value and event analysis. I know you guys have been waiting for this, so finally getting it out. So, if you haven't seen, somehow, the Black Friday event is out, which means we've got our standard Palace of Eternity and Crystal. We've got value packages that come with black diamond points, which I'll cover later, and some bonus gems, which is pretty nice. So these are already by default better than our standard heroic scroll packages. Next up, we've got our Morax, Lottery, and New Hero. Summoning prizes are standard plus, again, some extra black diamond points, so I'll cover those in the value later. And we've got our altar with Rogan and Ignis. Not too shabby. That said, I did say this was a Black Friday video, so let's jump right in. First up, we have the Black Friday Golden Card, which, for $20, you get these rewards for 7 days. So 1,888 gems, 10 relics, 99,000 gold times your level, and 99,000 spirit times your level. I'll cover the value. I'm going to jump into some spreadsheet screenshots. Sorry, the graphics aren't great and they take a lot. But I'll jump into some spreadsheet screenshots and cover the value of this in a second. Next up, we have our VIP special offer. Depending on your VIP tier, you unlock a number of different rewards. So VIP 0, you can get 10 heroic scrolls for 500 gems. VIP 1, you can get 10 scrolls and 50 wishing points for 1,000 gems, and so on and so forth. There are 5-star selection chests. There are 5-star light dark chests. There's a bunch of relics. There's some puppets. And then towards the bottom, you start getting Cores of Transcendence, a lot of relics, a 10-star puppet, and Stellar Shards. So some really good rewards. And I'll cover sort of the ranking for profit as far as which of these you should go for, and the few that you actually shouldn't go for at all, so stay tuned for that part. And last but not least, we have the Black Friday Shopping Carnival. This is very similar to last year, but slightly different rewards. So there are two paths. If you have earned the 2019 frame, or you haven't yet. So the rewards are exactly the same, except for, obviously, the frame. So if you have earned it before, at 220 points, you will get the new frame, in addition to the light dark chest and the skins. And then once you get to the 500 point reward, which is the final one, you will get 30 cores and 50 relics, instead of 30 cores and the frame. So you get a bonus 50 relics, or you get the frame a little sooner, for those of you that already have the frame. So again, if you max out this entire event, you get a lucky candy bar, a selection chest, some puppets, a bunch of cores, 2 artifact chests, the new Black Friday frame, which has attack, HP, crit, and control immunity, and a bunch of cores. And again, I'll cover the value of all of that in a second, but there's a ton of stuff to be had. Quick note before I jump into the value analysis part. If you are VIP 13 and wish to buy every single one of these packages, it costs 34,500 gems. So, with all of that out of the way, let's jump into the value spreadsheets. So, first up is the VIP special offer packages. So, this is ranked by the gem profit you get per pack. For example, if you value Stellar Shards at 0.09 gems apiece, which you should, based on the math that you have a 6.67% chance to get a sphere, and then you can turn that into 250,000 Stellar Shards, and each core costs 1,500 gems. Then the VIP 13 package is worth 48,400 gems, costs you 4,000 gems, for a profit of 44,400 gems. The only things of note in this are, I value the orange artifact and the skin pack at 0. If you want to change that, it would be 3,000 for the orange artifact and 600 for each of the skins, but again, that's up to you. I personally don't value them much at all anymore. So what this means is you should find your max VIP level and just go down this list vertically in order of what you should buy. So if you're VIP 13, first buy 13, then 11, then 10, then 12, and so on. Note that if you care a little bit more about the food, you could get 12 before 10, and so on and so forth. What this means is I do not recommend buying VIP packs 4, 5, 6, or even 2, to be honest. 4, I actually consider losing gems because one elite dark hero from Shards, I value at 1,360 gems. Now that math comes from the fact that a dark hero costs 80 relics. I value relics at 85 gems a piece, and that assumes that you consider 3 of the heroes good that you can pull. So maybe Amun-Ra, Mim, or Drake, Amun-Ra, and Carry, or whatever. If you value more of the heroes, this goes up. If you value less, it goes down. Same thing with the elite light shards, only considering 2 of them to be valuable, maybe Russ and Belrain. So I would not buy the VIP 5 or 4 package at all. 6 I wouldn't really consider either unless you really value the sorry, what does that have in it? No, 6 I wouldn't buy at all. I don't think it's worth it. It's technically profitable, but unless you're buying all of the packages, I'd stay away from it. 2, you can move up a little bit if you want the Orange Artifact, but again, I'd say to stay away from 2, 4, 5, and 6 and just buy out the rest. Next up, I want to cover the value of the golden card. So note that this math is based on A, being level 350, and B, being VIP 12. So that's where the gold and spirit values come from, as well as the amount of them. So my numbers are a little higher, yours are probably a little lower. But in the end, for that example account, the Black Friday golden card is 1,148 gems per dollar, which is absolutely insane value. It beats the Diamond Fund, it beats the Senior Privilege card. You can't not buy it if you are a late game player. That said, for the earlier or mid-game players, this is a lot closer to the Senior Privilege. I believe one person I helped work out the math for was about 800 gems per dollar. So still comparable to Senior Privilege, still worth getting, especially because you get those Relics, Gold, and Spirit, not just the gems that you get from Senior Privilege. So regardless of where you are in the game, if you do want to spend $20, this is an incredible pack, and I highly recommend getting it. Next up is the $100 Black Friday Heroic Scroll Packs. I'm only going to touch on the $100 packs. The value sort of flows down to the other ones, especially the $70 pack. Plus, you tend to buy down on events like this. So if you value the key at 0 gems, which I don't have a great way to value keys, so I just keep them at 0 for now. And if you value those black diamond points at 0, this pack is worth 248.9 gems per dollar, which is about a 25% increase over our standard heroic scroll packages. So if you normally max out your heroic scroll packages, there's no reason not to buy these. You get almost 100% bonus gems. It's awesome value, and that's ignoring the rest of the Black Friday event. Let me fix this real quick. So next, if you value the black diamond points at 300 gems each, and I'll sort of show you where that comes from, this bumps this pack up to 353 gems per dollar, which puts it in line with a lot of these good $50 skin packs that we see, sort of the best value pack per event. And again, that's still valuing a key at 0, and it may even be undershooting the black diamond points. But if you plan on spending during this event, it's pretty good value, but I'll cover sort of the whole kit and caboodle of what you can get at the end. Next up, which is not my last slide, I'm not sure. We'll see. I wanted to sort of show how I got the value per black diamond point. So at 10 points, you get 10 scrolls, which breaks it down to 125 gems per point, and so on and so forth. So the first big jump you see is with that Lucky Candy Bar, and note that Lucky Candy Bar is not the best pay-to-win artifact. No one thinks it is, but it's hard to value a Lucky Candy Bar as less than a Crown or a Torch or a Rui. Technically, they all cost 400 gems, so it's easier to value it at the same. That said, after that big jump, the rest sort of starts to even out and actually goes higher once you get to the 500 point frame. So even if you value the frame at 0 gems, $0, 0 anything, if you max out this event, the black diamond points actually end up being 506 gems per point, which is higher than the 300 or even the 125. Now, you don't buy anything here. This just sort of helps me and helps you get an idea for how much those black diamond points are worth if you're considering buying the packages. Other than that, you don't really need to make any decisions on this other than if you want to push for the next tier, what sort of value you could expect for that dollar amount. So if you want to perform incremental analysis from the 180 to the 220 point tier, you'll gain 6,800 gems worth of value. Is it worth that $10 or whatever to you, and so on. So that covers all of the spreadsheets. Let's hop into game for my TLDR. So, in the end, if you have 1,000 scrolls saved already before this event, and you spend $850, you will max out everything. So what does that get you? It gets you and I'm going to include the text for this in the description. I'm just going to give a quick TLDR. It gives you 206,330 gems worth of value from the packs alone. And then the full max shopping carnival, it gives you 253,273 gems, which was that previous spreadsheet we just saw. So in the end, you get 459,573 gems. Now, this does require you to have 1,000 scrolls saved up because that $850 only buys you another 1,000. So subtracting the 150,000 gems, no, the 125,000 gems, it would have cost you to buy those scrolls. In the end, you would get 334,573 gems worth of value for $850. And again, that's ignoring arguably the best in slot frame. That comes down to a value of 393 gems per dollar, putting this above almost every standard event value package and giving you a ton of progress in the frame to move ahead with your game. So in the end, if you do want to spend, it's not a bad value at all. It's not necessarily a bait event. You are getting the best frame in the game and a ton of different stuff. For example, will likely max out almost all of the VIP special offers, and I will probably go for the frame on my main account. So hopefully that answers any of your questions for value or rewards or what you should and shouldn't buy. But let me know in the comments if you still have any questions, and be sure to hit that subscribe button if you like these value analysis videos, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.